Okay, welcome to Lobo Den Podcast. Today we had Danette Mark. We talked about being in the army, being a lesbian, male orgasms suck, female orgasms are good. She was a pussy eating goddess. Follow the Patreon, listen to Lobo Den, James Webb, People of Comedy Studio.
That's right.
Lobo Den.
Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. It's the Lobo Den.
Okay, welcome to the Lobo Den Podcast. I'm your host, Jemima Diaz. To the left is James Webb from the People of Comedy Studio. What's up, James?
What up?
What's up? And across from me is Danette Mark. Hey, Danette.
Hey, Giovanni.
How you doing?
Well.
I'm doing good, but I'm not going to start the episode yet because I have a sponsor, right?
Oh, cool.
It's called, let's pull up the website. It's called Lord Vegas, lordvegas.com. I'm wearing a hoodie right now. I'm going to be really hot in this, so I brought this White Claw that I'm going to drink. Just one. That's only I can handle. I used to drink a lot of booze. But anyways, go to lordvegas.com. Do you know who Will Smith is, right?
Of course I do.
So it's funny. So Will Smith has a wife that was getting fucked with this black dude who had a disease, who had a giant penis, right? He had like doesn't he have like, not sickle cell, but he has something that's going to kill him.
August has sickle cell?
He has something. He has a terminal, some disease, right?
Okay.
But when Will Smith walked in, he probably walked in on Jada on Red Room Table, whatever it's called,
Red
having
Table
sex.
Talk?
Yeah, what was that guy's name that she fucked?
August.
August 4th. Anyways, August was
Yeah.
wearing LordVegas.com gear, right? So if you want the coolest that's why Chris Rock got slapped. He got slapped,
There
right?
you
By
go.
Will Smith.
August Alsina.
I want to write that. He was wearing LordVegas.com.
Yeah.
Will Smith went crazy on Chris Rock. He's been holding it up, right? He had all this pent up emotion about his wife having sex with
That's
a guy.
your theory?
Huh?
Your theory
This is what
that?
happens. Not a theory. It's actually if you look, if you go to what's that website that tests everything?
Snopes.
Yeah. So if you go to Snopes, it's all 100% true.
Right.
So and wasn't Will Smith molested? I'm making things up now, right?
He's in Hollywood, probably.
But he's in Hollywood, right? So he's in Hollywood. So he's doing the molesting. Anyways, go to lordvegas.com. They have a liver run of T-shirts. T-shirts, hats, hoodies, jackets, wallets, bags, independent, uncompromised, elevate your life. So I'm going to lordvegas.com. And you know how gas prices, have they gone up? I've heard they're expensive now, right?
It's
Abby's
like $5 a gallon.
It's $5 a gallon. So if you want to save some money, if you go to lordvegas.com, use a promo code LOBODEN, you save 25% off. So then you could use that extra money to gas to drive halfway to a girl's house you're trying to sleep with. But we're not going to end up there. So you're just going to sit in your car and go on X-Hamster. Do people still use that porno site, xhamster.com?
Oh, my God.
X-Hamster, RedTube. I know everybody uses Pornhub nowadays,
Yeah,
but I'm
Pornhub
old
is
school.
better.
X videos, they're only 12 minutes, but you can get something on it.
Oh, my God.
LordVegas.com. Use the promo code LOBODEN, 25% off. Anyways, how you doing, Danette? How you been?
Let's see. Good, I guess.
Good.
I mean, been doing comedy here and there, not as much as I used to, because I got kind of fucked up with the pandemic. Did you? Have you been doing any stage work?
So what happened with the pandemic was, we were out there all the time doing comedy. The pandemic hit. Whenever I wouldn't do comedy, I felt guilty. But then when the pandemic hit, I didn't feel guilty, and I watched Mandalorian because nobody was doing anything.
Right.
So I just stayed home, watched Mandalorian, would go to work because we would still have to go to work. Like, they were like, there's no pandemic here. You're coming to work. I was like, whatever. But anyways, we went to work, and then I would watch Seinfeld every night and go to bed.
So you're an essential worker then?
No. No.
You said have money, make money.
They just didn't. They were like,
Didn't care about you.
they were like, we're not stopping.
Did they make you wear masks at work, or they didn't care about you at all?
No.
Oh my God.
They were. It's funny. During the
Jeez.
pandemic, we didn't really wear masks, but afterwards, like I had to wear masks. Other people didn't have to wear masks, but a few of us had to wear masks. But that's besides the point. But anyways, then it was relaxing. It was my first break I had from comedy.
Yeah.
So then it's like now I have a guitar. I don't know. I bought a guitar. I
You
have
have
a
a guitar?
baby. Yeah, and a baby.
I know you got a baby. You bought a baby? Or you...
No, no. That's the Chinese.
I didn't know
do
that. I
that.
thought your girlfriend, or was your wife or girlfriend?
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend had it.
I've never. No, I'm kidding.
You never
but
gonna get married?
probably at one point, but I have a thing called credit card debt that I need to pay
Oh, yeah,
down.
no one wants to
So
marry into that.
yeah, because we did it. I told her we did a Latino way where got her pregnant first. We got a house. We lived together, but the marriage thing, it's like we got a house, so that costs money. There was a down payment for that.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah.
You got a lot of new stuff.
Oh, look, there's a baby Lobo.
Oh,
Look,
it's so cute.
he's giving the
really
one I
is.
open
What is
Metallica.
his name?
Giovanni Kai
Giovanni
Dia.
oh.
So
Is that your
K-I-I.
Junior or no? He's a different middle name.
I call him Junior. Legally, he's not Junior. There's Will Smith, but he's a godfather actually.
Yeah.
But anyways, baby was born. I saw it happen. You have 2 kids, right? 17 and 14.
Yeah, good. You're good. How do you
Thank
know?
you.
How do you know that? You remember?
I was
my
outside
kids?
your house, but no,
Stalking me?
I was
What
outside
kind of
your
shampoo do I
apartment.
use? Come on.
I don't know. I have 2
I
shampoos
just
in my
remember your joke about Jennifer and her Pantene.
Oh yeah. Pantene Provi. I remember that joke.
Yeah.
The joke was basically like
Yeah, say it.
I was a pervert. I don't remember, but I would smell some girls.
It's a stalking joke, and I like stalking jokes.
Oh really?
Yeah, I
Did you get
do.
stalked? Cause are you single again? Because I know you
I'm
were.
single for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was what I remember last time we talked. There was a girl. You went to Florida. What happened with her?
That girl.
Was she another manipulator or what?
Yeah. Okay. I can tell the truth about myself, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows I have a podcast of my own.
Yeah.
Called Not Quite Killing It.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have issues like everyone else does with my confidence as a comedian. We all do. We don't think we're killing it. We always think we suck, right?
Mhm.
No. So that girl is like a narcissist, and then I was being led on by a psychopath, and I decided to like see where I'm at fault.
So she was okay.
Yeah, because I'm a lesbian.
The psychopath
Yeah.
was a different one.
The
Yeah. You're an
psychopath-
old school lesbian too, right? Because
I don't know if I'm old school lesbian. I was like, I never really knew I
'Cause
wasn't
the
really
news-
sure about my sexuality till like recently.
okay.
I thought I was like bi repressed,
Mm-hmm.
but then it turns out I was just like trying to be heteronormative, like trying to be like all the other, like, you know, you just, when you're a woman in this culture, you have a pressure to kind of be with men. And if you're not, it's all kinds of pressures because we're also oppressed. But
Well, that's
we're
what
not
I'm saying.
gonna go
Old
there.
school, because now the new school, right? They're
They're
like
different.
that's
yeah.
in. It's
That's
in to
we're
be
in,
a
to
queer
be
lesbian,
queer
bi,
and
or whatever.
different, and you should accept everyone, accept the bi. And I'm all about, you know, I mean, because bisexual used to be when I was first coming out was like a transition thing.
Yeah.
I'm bi, so you can before you come out.
Oh,
gay.
it was a softening,
It's like
to soften
yeah,
the blow
soften
for
the
your
blow,
parents
like,
and stuff.
I might like. I'm not sure. Some experimenting. I think I might like
Mm-hmm.
same sex a little. Then really, most of us were like, no, I'm fucking like.
I like
you know,
pussy.
really like pussy a lot.
I love it.
But I didn't really know, and I don't even like saying that. But now I'm all right with my sexuality. It took a long time, but back to that. So I had to go see what's wrong with me in terms of dating. I think it's just because I had a lot of trauma, like a lot of people, and I feel
Parents?
like parents, definitely
Mama, right?
my mother issues,
Yeah.
huge, and so that's why I like older women and shit. So I'm trying to figure my shit out,
dating
so
your
I
mom.
don't keep, like, you know, I was reading this book called Betrayal Bonds. By some guy.
What is that
It's a
about?
book about, you know, it's like when you get connected to people when you've been betrayed a lot, and it's like your connections through fear and not love. It's like some real deep, but it's from a psychologist. It's not some spiritual shit.
Oh, okay.
It's like some real shit. I'm like not looking at spiritual shit anymore because that shit, you get manipulated real easily in the spiritual realm. You know,
Yeah.
those people. So anyway, so yeah, it's basically you're addicted to the person. So I've been addicted to like everyone I've ever dated because of how my template for my relationships, how I learned about them, but bonding as a child was all fucked up. So this is the truth. So I'm like, all right, where am I responsible? Because, you know, I'm tired of, you know, not dating and not having anybody. So I'm like, fuck, I'm horny too.
Yeah.
It's pandemic. I tried to get laid during the pandemic. I had sex with an ex once. It's my sex life. And she was also a narcissist, but she was a middle of the road narcissist, so I can handle it.
Oh, okay.
If her narcissism wasn't bad enough for me not to sleep with her.
I got laid during the pandemic a few
Did you?
times. Yeah, I was single too, so
Yeah,
it was
you-
like,
oh, really?
Yeah, I was out there. I was like, it was dangerous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
I was
like,
afraid.
I mean, I was like, all right, I mean, it's whatever. But it's like, I've been through a lot. I think maybe it was after I got COVID and before. I don't remember because did anybody get COVID 2020? Is that when it happened?
No, I didn't get it then.
Oh, okay.
I got it like this
Old
over
school COVID,
over
I call it.
Christmas. The new variant.
Oh, the Micronon, or what is it called?
Omicron, or what is it?
The Omicron?
Omicron.
That
I
was
had that
weak.
one. No, it wasn't. I was pretty.
Oh, you had a strong one?
I had a
Everybody-
strong variant, a strong part of that variant. And I was sick. I was in bed for a couple days.
Yeah, I know. I remember everybody got the
I didn't get the
Omicron.
other one or Delta variant. None of that. I didn't get the original.
Did you ever see Delta Force?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
What's Delta Force?
Can you pull the intro to Delta Force? It's a movie with
Show
Chuck
me.
Norris, right?
Oh no.
It's a very heteronormative movie, right?
Okay,
Is that
cool.
what that is? What's
That's what
heteronormative?
I love. I don't. You know, I think it's just like
Chuck Norris is hetero.
Yeah. Well, it's just like everyone around you. Most people are heterosexual,
Is it
and so everything's
trailer?
kind of built around people being heterosexual in every
Look, you see
facet.
that? Look, see how straight that was? That was a
Changing.
vagina and an arrow. That's
The vagina is a
yeah,
phallic
cannon.
symbol. What is that?
And now they're coming right there. That's that's
Symbol of the
happening.
patriarch.
We're gonna get pulled for this, by the way.
We got a trailer.
They're gonna. No, this is the opening of the movie.
Oh no! See if you can find a trailer.
You said the opening.
Did I?
Yeah, hang on.
I'm on low sleep. Before I want to ask you about your kids. Before I ask you about in your 20s when you were the pussy eating goddess, right? Is that what you were? Did you call? That's what you were called, or you called yourself the pussy eating goddess?
Yeah, I'm a self-proclaimed pussy. No, I just heard that people were telling me that when I was. I don't know.
Was that Carlos Mencia?
No.
All right, so terrorists are always brown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
They're hijacking the plane. Is that Leslie Nielsen as a priest?
The enemy doesn't care who they hurt.
Look at that little
How
girl.
innocent.
Nuns.
How helpless.
She's pregnant?
Collect all passports.
Why?
Oh, I think he's Colombian. Who's that guy?
He's in like everything. I can't remember his name.
Strangers
I'm making a mistake.
united by
That's
the
a priest.
threat of death.
Oh, those are nice pearls, Marge.
Find the courage
Take one of us, you gotta take us all.
Hey,
to
where's that
defy
guy
their
from?
captors.
I won't do it!
Chuck Norris.
It's a new age of terror that requires a new breed of warrior.
1 minute
That's
to showtime.
That's a Uzi, right?
Yeah.
Members of Delta Force, and we're here to take
From
you
the
home.
Jews.
America's
got
elite
developed in Israel.
anti-terrorist commandos, committed to destroy the enemies of freedom, because the
Which are
stakes
brown
more
people.
than pride.
Sleep tight, sucker.
My God.
Honor.
You just shot him in like a box, dude. That's not.
Wait, let me see that again.
That wasn't fair.
Where was the guy?
Holy
in the
shit.
More than justice.
American, I want to negotiate. Do you hear me, American?
Loud and clear.
Because they're fighting to save American lives. The Delta Force, starring Chuck Norris and Lee Marvin. America's new heroes. The
We're a
Delta
violent
Force.
culture. So
Are
people
you still lesbian after seeing that? Did you
Am I still
did
lesbian?
you come to the
God,
other
dude.
side?
Probably
Because
even-
I'm a little
probably
turned on right
even
now.
more so. Jeez.
Yeah. So, anyways, you were the.
Drop of femininity in that.
I didn't see. Well, there was women
What?
getting
When he brushed
slapped or
his hair back a
something.
little bit, and that's a little fem. I don't know.
That was it.
So what were you gonna ask me about my kids?
Pussy eating goddess.
Pussy and goddess. Okay, so that was. I would never say that about myself. That's kind of like I don't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. No, people told me that. Like I had a girlfriend that called me that. Then I'd like women I would sleep with in bars, like in the bathroom. They said, "You're a pussy eating goddess." Like heard it a couple times. So I was like, "Well, what is that?" I don't think I'm that good at eating pussy, to be honest. I just eat it. I love it. Maybe that's what it is. I love it so much. Maybe it's my desire for it. Like I want to get in it.
And then,
That's all.
but okay, you have two kids. When you had your kids or you got pregnant, is that when you were in your bi stage or?
Yeah, well, that I think it has a lot to do. I'm still figuring this out because I'm trying to like take a deeper dive into myself so I can write more like
So she said.
from comedy. Yes, from the Muff Diver's taking a deeper dive into what Muff, of course. No, I feel like I did my sexuality for me. I never really understood or really knew. I kind of kept feeling like, oh, I'll try men. But I think it's like I'm kind of tracing back the origin of that bisexuality feeling or whatever. I think it's from my family wanting me to be straight so much. My grandmother, like,
Were they
really,
Catholic religion?
Yeah, well, not only her Catholicism, her religion, but her like desire for me to be normal, and she just like really wanted me to be with a man. It was her dream. She said my dying wish. So that was like probably part of it, but I didn't know that.
What's your background? What are the-
Catholics. I mean, Roman Catholic on both sides. Lithuanian. So, like, I have a lot of Lithuanian heritage, but my grandmother came from Lithuania.
Okay,
She
so
spoke
she's older
English.
school.
Yeah, she could sort of speak. She kind of came here when she was real young, so she really kind of spoke. Yeah, it's all like some of the. I guess what do you call it? What generation would I be? I don't know how that works.
X? No, you're not X.
No, I am Generation X actually.
Oh, really?
I'm Gen X. Was that? I mean, like for as far as my family. I mean, I guess really, I have like family that came from everywhere, like Russia off the boat, China, like everywhere. I have all these. I have a mixed heritage, like mixed. I'm a mutt. So I don't really identify with anything. As Americans, I think a lot of us just come from, by the time you get to my generation, we're all mixed in. Right?
Yeah. James, what is your whiteness?
What is your white?
How white am I?
No, what? There's.
No.
Because my son's a 24% white.
So you know what kind of white?
He's 6.25% Irish.
Oh.
French. The 6.25 is the same for all these whitenesses. French,
These whitenesses.
Irish, German, and
Oh,
Italian.
what are my whitenesses?
Yeah, like your
I'm English, Irish, Scott, all the boring ones.
Scottish is cool. Remember they had that fat guy from Austin Powers? He was
French and Spanish, but that's not technically. That's like half white.
Yeah, Spanish is basically white, but they speak
Yeah.
Spanish.
But they speak Spanish.
Okay, so I'm half Lithuanian, part Russian, part Czechoslovakian, part Hungarian, and part Chinese.
Oh, really? What's
There
the
we- Hey,
Chinese-
let's go,
Hey,
dude.
no, isn't it cool?
I'm part Chinese too.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because my great grandfather came from China on my dad's side.
Oh,
So yeah, I guess. I mean, so. But what we're talking about?
you're kidding. When you, I got distracted by
Wait.
race. Oh, your
Race,
grandma, because I asked you
racism,
what your grandma was
race.
Lithuanian, because
Yeah,
you wanted
she's
to.
Lithuanian. Yeah, because I think she was Russian actually. She's the Russian one and
Mhm.
Lithuanian. I think she's all Russian. She was all Russian, Czechoslovakian. No, I don't know. She just was like the one that was in my family that was the least abusive to me. So it's like
Mama was the worst, right?
My mom was the worst. Yeah.
Verbally, physically, both.
All of it.
Mixed
I
it
can't
up.
even- everything. I can't even tell you. I'm not supposed to talk about it because it's like the shame in it all. My family would be pissed if I say all of it, but that they care about me. But still, just
You're for
I
not your
guess,
mom though.
Part of me really wanted to please her, and so I tried to be with a man because I thought I could just be with a man. And plus,
Mm-hmm.
my theory on love back then was like, well, after you're together with someone for 2 years, it doesn't matter if they're male or female, you're not going to be happy anyway. Only the first 2 years of relationships are the good things, good part, and the rest of it just sucks. That's how I thought. I was very cynical about everything. It's in my 20s, so I was like. So yeah, I have a baby's father, and we still get along. We live in the same town, and now we co-parent our 2 kids,
Okay.
and we finally get along. There's a lot of messed up shit between from then and now, but we made amends, and there's nothing really to talk about other than we get along for our kids, because I think that's the most important thing. You can't be fighting with your ex when you. I think that really fucks up kids. Probably if I would have been more fucked up if my parents were divorced.
Oh, okay.
I think because when you have that feud between the parents. You're just kind of, and plus it's such an unrest for the child. It's like every child kind of wants their parents to be together. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I was thinking about it because me and my girlfriend Jessica were together, right? And we had the kid, and I was like, so he's 2 weeks old. And then I was just thinking about when your kids were younger, so you basically had him most of the time, or?
We have them half and half.
Okay, so same thing with her. So I have a stepson who's 10 years old, and she has him half and half. But I was just thinking about the baby being there, like me waking up, or and then she getting up, or we're kind of tag teaming. You know what I mean?
That's so good.
You know what I mean? And I'm thinking and it was still tough. And still, especially a few days, I was like, I'm not getting a lot of sleep, and I was thinking how do single moms do it? So when the kids were little, were you didn't live together, or did you guys live together?
So when he had the kids, I would work, and then I wouldn't work. When I had to take care. I couldn't afford childcare.
Yeah.
So I was very.
Did you nurse or
Yeah,
formula?
I breastfed and stuff. Till my kids were like 1. And no, it was really hard because I had no money. All I could make was the money I made in those 4 days or 3 days I didn't have the kids.
Yeah.
And then the 4 days I would just be
What were
with
you
the
doing?
kids. Just working waitressing, upper scale though, so I was able to make good money in those days, but it still wasn't quite enough. It was always struggling until my kids got old enough now where I can work all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't imagine having a live-in partner because I'm just now been alone for so long. You know what I mean? If you live with your,
Yeah.
you live with her now?
Yeah.
So
We basically moved in within a week.
within a week we met each other?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's very quick. It's like lesbians.
Lesbians do that?
Yeah, they call it we taking the second date, the U-Haul. Old school lesbian shit in your body. Except for me, I have fear commitment. So
Oh.
I'm not the typical lesbian. I won't even commit to being a lesbian, right? I'm like,
No.
I'm a little bi. What do
I'm
you
a little
mean?
bi or something like
Yeah,
that.
I can't commit to anything. That's my problem.
Oh my God, I'm a dyke. I knew it.
You are.
But no, wait. But I was always a little bit. We met on December 12th.
Nice.
Next weekend, I hung out with some crazy white chick, Polak.
I heard that. And
Yeah.
one of your other episodes of your podcast.
Yeah, she
Listen.
messaged me, "Don't ever talk about me on the podcast." So, but luckily, I think I blocked her. I don't know, maybe not. But and then the next weekend on a Monday, we hang out at a place called Sassy Bees. It was Martini Monday, and then
Martini Monday? Jeez.
Martini Mondays,
Wow,
half
that's
off
pretty heavy for a
martinis.
Monday.
Yeah, half off. It's
Isn't it Martini
it's-
Monday.
it's
Let's get fucked
Wisconsin.
up at the beginning.
Oh,
of-
it's Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think-
yeah.
It's Martini every day.
Yeah.
I have Martini Day every day.
Because there's bars
Isn't it
here
there?
on every corner in Chicago too, right?
Oh, there is?
Are there?
In this area?
I know Wisconsin.
might be.
Everywhere I go, there's a bar. Like where I
Oh,
live,
of course.
I go this way, there's a bar. I go that way, there's a bar. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's per
There's nothing to
capita.
do in Wisconsin but drink and have sex.
Cheese curds.
And eat cheese, yeah.
And watch the Packers play. But she was living with her friend, and within like, I came over and then I slept over and then slept over again, and it was just like I showed up and I didn't leave, basically. So I would go home, I'd get off of work, go change clothes, maybe shower at my house, and then I'd go to her place. But then that slowly transitioned where like I would already bring my clothes and I would have clothes there and I'd shower there. And
So you're like absolutely crazy for her. Like you immediately had this connection.
yeah, we both, because it was like forever I was single. Like,
Maybe it's a trauma bond. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
oh yeah, you read all the books, right?
Yeah, I read all those books on that shit.
What is it you have? CPSD?
Yeah, well, because I've been abused my whole life. So, like, I guess in this book I'm reading now, Patrick Carnes, I think, is the author of The Betrayal Bond. It's a 1970s book. He actually experienced a fucked up relationship, and he also realized he had to trace back the history of every trauma survivor. And basically, it's that we set this template. For the struggle, like our body from being abused such a young age. For me, all my neural pathways are wired for like to take abusive types of like really high intensity relationships. It's addiction. You're addicted to the high intensity. It's why normal relationships to people are
boring to you. Yeah,
to
yeah.
me, I can't get in one. Because I guess the intensity takes the place of intimacy, which is not good because intensity is based on fear and then everything and manipulation from those people who are abusing you. So it's like this.
I know people that get manipulated.
Yeah, a lot of us. I mean, any of us can really, but the people like me, it's really easy for me to get. Like I have to learn discernment, protect myself and shit. I'm learning that now because I'm tired. I gotta get somewhere in life. But the biggest enemy is me. Like I'm my worst enemy.
Like
Because I'm very self-destructive because of all the abuse, so I have to unwire that shit.
Like Jake the Snake Roberts. Remember what did
I
Jake?
love him.
Remember what's the?
I was gonna open for him.
Oh, you really?
Did you get that memo where you started to get someone to open for him, comedians?
No, I didn't. I know something.
It was like a few years ago. He was like looking for openers.
Oh no, I know. I saw that. There's something wrestling was going on. I don't know if it was true because Brian was telling me. Brian Johnson.
Yeah, documentary.
Pussy
didn't he?
Booty.
Oh yeah.
Pussy Booty.
got my
I saw
pussy
him the other
booty.
day.
I
He
got
stopped
my
by in
pussy
Kenosha.
Yeah,
and
I think I
dropped
saw
off,
he was on your podcast, right?
No, and he stopped by and he brought a little thing for the baby, a
Did he?
onesie or something like that. Yeah,
I should
yeah.
have brought something. I feel like an ass.
No worries. The newborns are gone. He already grew up. Made diapers.
You all grew up already?
He outgrew the newborns already.
Wow.
So now he outgrew the newborn diapers, the newborn onesie. So
Is he breastfed?
Yeah, titty.
Titty.
Yeah. It's
best.
weird because like I watch my girl breastfeeding, right? So it's odd because my son's there, but then the breast is out. So part of me's turned on. So it's like this is inappropriate, right? Is it okay?
I mean, I guess that's what men are.
But then I want to suck her titties, but it's like, that's the baby's milk.
That's the baby's milk now.
And her tits are
It's
fatter.
never been your milk, by the way.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it could be. But it's really sweet.
It is sweet. How do you know? Oh, you taste it, right? When you put the
Because I
when you
accidentally
pump?
had spray at me. Because
Oh,
I used to have
accidentally?
when I was breastfeeding, my breast would spray milk.
Oh, her
Like,
she
if the-
leaks.
If the baby takes its
So
mouth
hot,
off and
so
it's
hot.
stimulated, it just squirts out and it splashed like off the baby's face on into my face and my mouth. Like this is like cantaloupe. What the yeah, so it's really interesting. Yeah, that's cool. That's good for the baby. Good for her.
I love that breast milk.
It's
But
a
look,
bonding thing.
because she
It's not
breast.
just for you to see breast, Giovanni.
No, I see
Not
it. The
just
baby butt. So she feeds him. Then she has a pump. 'Cause has a bunch of milk.
Oh yeah, and she has it's good when she goes back to work. Does she work
She will
gonna
in
be
2
working
months. She's
again?
taking 2 months off. I took 2 weeks off. So
to help her? Yeah.
yeah. So
Is she having helping her now, like her mom or someone?
the mom comes over sometimes, but the mom is. Does your mom? You don't smoke cigarettes, do you? Or
I
you
don't
did
anymore.
or don't? You used to. How
I
long did you
used to.
smoke?
I smoked like not really that much. Probably from 25 to like 30 something. I
What'd
just on and off.
What was your brand? of choice?
Camel menthol.
Oh, Camel
Like Camel
Menthols?
Crush menthol light, like the light ones, the white box.
That's how I started. Camel Menthol Lights.
Yeah,
I'm
because
sorry,
you get
getting
that
excited.
little stupid little gimmick. Where you can crush the.
No,
menthol.
we did it before, right? We did it. James, did you used to smoke cigarettes?
Yeah, Camel Crushes, baby.
Yeah. See?
Really?
Even the ones that are not like light, I like the black package or the white. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
cool because you pop the little.
Yeah.
Get the menthol.
That's when I
Hit a
stopped
menthol.
smoking, when they switched to the Crush. Because, all right, so they used to have Camel Menthol Lights, which were me and my buddy's
Oh, those
favorite
are good.
cigarettes. Though we started smoking for chicks, right? Like a lot of things I've done or men do in their lives are for
For
ladies.
girls, I guess.
I don't know. Does it work in the lesbian thing? Like you do think it's for...
I don't have to do much.
No, I think it's a dude thing,
I don't
right?
have to do much for women.
No, maybe it is a dude thing. So the
I guess,
cigarettes,
yeah.
the cigarettes, I get excited because there was a cigarette, my friend saw an ad, right? And it was a thing called Turkish Jades. I don't know, pull up a Camel Turkish Jades. I wonder if they're still, I don't think they're out anymore. But basically, he went to DePaul University. He would go outside, downstairs, and everybody go downstairs to smoke cigarettes. And he would go, and there would be ladies there. Oh, there it delicious. That
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, they
Go to
are.
the Turkish jade. Yeah, that one right there. Oh, that's the box.
Yeah.
So he's not the first one. That's disgusting. The second box right there. So he saw.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
What
he,
I like is disgusting.
he saw, and look at this mellow menthol blend. It's something in the back. It describes the copy is very. And then Joe, there's no camel. So then he was like, I gotta find these cigarettes. So he found these Turkish shades. He bought them, and he started smoking. Actually, he would just buy them to give them out. So he'd go and he'd give them out to girls to have conversation outside of DePaul.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, I'm out here. I might as well start smoking with them. And he started smoking. And then that's how we started smoking. We had Camel menthol lights and we had Turkish jades. But when they switched to the Crush, it was disgusting. It didn't have the brown. You know how
Oh, you like the brown?
white with the brown.
filter?
Yeah. And when it went to the Crush, it was all white.
All white. And,
And it's like,
you're,
nah.
you're Mexican. You don't like.
It doesn't
orange.
look
Just
like
kidding.
the brown looks manly. It reminds me of
Yeah, it looks
like
too-
the
yeah.
Outsiders, Pony Boy, and all those guys that would wear their T-shirts from the
Well, you could have
50s.
switched to another brand that had a brown.
I'm not smoking Marlboros. It's
Marlboros?
just it was Marlboro. It had a different taste.
That's whatever.
to
I mean, I
it.
started with Marlboros. I think Marlboro Reds initially, but then I
Cowboy
went to
Killers.
Camel.
Yeah, Cowboy
Yeah,
Killers.
I mean, because you only could smoke like one of them in a day. It's like it kills your lungs.
and then I smoked American Spirits for a few years.
Oh,
and
you
then-
did?
Yeah, I just felt it
I
felt
like those too.
I like too, but it's you James, were you ever into punk music? Was anybody here
A little
into
bit.
a little
No.
bit? Well, with punks and punk music, whatever's popular, you're against,
Mhm.
right? And you
Oh,
got to
I
have
see.
your own thing, you know what I mean? And everything's a sellout. So I would smoke. I was into punk for a little bit, and I would smoke Camels, and I would see these other people. I guess it'd be called hipsters, right? They had
Yeah,
skinny
yeah.
jeans, and they would smoke it, and it would
The
upset
glasses with
me.
no lenses.
Yeah, and I don't care. I'm older now. If I enjoy something, I enjoy. But at the time, it was hard for me to enjoy things that
If they're popular, you're like,
Yeah.
fuck that, I can't do that.
it was tough for me. So
I couldn't even do like me too. I couldn't even do LOL or I couldn't even use those like acronyms or whatever or WTF or
ROTLF.
Yeah, I couldn't use any of that shit. That's too popularized. Everyone's using now. It's probably overdone, but I mean it's like the cliche type of writing back and forth. I don't like that. I never did. Now I started it just recently. I go, I'll just write LOL a few times, and I just don't feel right.
I love LOL.
I don't do that anymore.
Well, I'm not a stalker, but LOL I used like
I'm not a stalker, but
I would use LOL.
Jennifer uses Pantene. I'm sure it's based on it. I kept thinking it was like some truth to that.
Well,
'cause
here's the
there's always
truth.
some truth. I can believe. See, I can sort of believe.
Smells.
I can kind of believe you could be stalkery, like your character on stage. Like I can see you being a little stalker because you
I
came
s-
off on stage
I'm
kind
an
of like as
online
this-
stalker. Like if
Like,
I meet
yeah.
a girl and I
But
like
it's-
when I
but
met
a mellow
Jessica,
one, like
when I went, it's all usually
harmless one, I
online.
think.
Yeah, I'm not gonna show up to
Because
your
you were
house.
concerned
Well,
about
yes,
her
I am.
needs. Like, I would buy her that shampoo if we got together. Like, you'd be like a sweet stalker.
Yeah, I am
so
a
I
sweet
see
stalker.
you, like, you'd be stalking just to get what she likes to set her up.
Yeah,
So she'll
and then she'll have my baby.
She'll
Look,
have your baby.
when I met Jessica,
Right.
of course, when I go to your Facebook, right? And then I go to your Instagram. Usually I go through all of your Instagram and see every single one of your pictures, when I
Yeah.
get to the bottom.
Wow.
And then so I usually masturbate
Just don't like
to
the
them.
ones from long ago.
They
And we
have-
know you're stalking.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. But then I would
Whoops,
I would go through them. Like even now, Jessica was like, "Oh, look at this picture. I've jacked off to this one." When she got her tattoos
Oh,
and things like that.
wow.
Yeah, yeah. And go to Facebook. Let me show you the picture I masturbated
You'll-
to real quick.
You'll just like, I guess, guys, I can imagine just like seeing a picture arouses you enough to jerk off.
Whose Facebook am I going to?
Go-
Just like
go
a
to
picture of someone's
Jessica's
face
and then
or a
photos.
tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
explain
tits in
this.
it, you know what I
Can we
mean?
see the
That
picture? So-
one?
okay, so there's tits.
No,
That's why.
go to her page, click on her page, and go to her photos. I'll show you which one I checked off to. Scroll down, get me out of the way.
I like that he's showing his podcast guests the pictures he jerks off. I love that.
Well, that's her family.
That's what I like about you, though. You're just like, this is what you really do. You're telling the truth. Like,
Wait, what was PlayStation 2 with Skittles? What the hell is that?
It's got to be up in here somewhere.
Was it a profile pic?
Maybe. This is great content.
Yeah.
This is horrible content.
Okay, don't check off to those. There you go.
Oh, these are all newer.
not when she's pregnant, isn't it?
Was it?
Oh, that was before
one?
Laugh Factory. No, it's gone. We're not gonna.
So
we're not
okay,
gonna
that's
find
fine.
it.
I don't need to see the picture that you jerked off to. That's fine. So like, you met her, and then within a year after, like, how long were you together when she got pregnant?
4 months.
Wow.
And so 4 months.
Is that on purpose?
Yes, aggressively.
Aggressive.
Like, I was aggressively trying to get pregnant. Like, I
okay,
came in her
so-
like 4 or 5 times one day. She left, like
Wow.
held her legs up. I stayed in like we did whatever these techniques that
I
we
held
saw.
her legs up. I stayed
or
in.
she threw her legs
hung
in the air.
herself upside down.
Or
so
yeah.
sperm would get to the ovaries. What?
Basically, yeah, that stuff, whatever. And she didn't get pregnant the first time, and then I thought I couldn't have kids.
Oh,
'Cause
your sperm count was too
Yeah,
low or something.
so she didn't get pregnant the first month, and I was like, all right, I can't have kids. Because she didn't get her period, and I was like, I was excited, then she did, and I was like, I knew it, because I always thought.
So what was the desire for you to have a baby? Like, what is the strong? Usually women go through that where they have this time where they want to have a. Do you think it's time for you to have? How old are you now?
I'm 37.
37? Oh my God, I thought you were in your 20s.
No, I'm old.
Oh, so you're older. I see now. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm older. Well, I didn't want to have kids for a
37.
while. I've got in phase, because I'm Mexican, right? So there's a part of me that just wants to get everything pregnant.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because
Gotta spread that Mexican genes.
Yeah, because Mexican
Nothing wrong with
dudes
that.
are perverts, right? Google, James, you Google.
Are all Mexican? I don't know.
Drunk Mexican DUI, real quick.
No, don't.
No, it's a funny video. You ever
I'm
see
like
the video?
such a kind of person that doesn't care. You can show me anything. Like nothing phases me. Like
No,
I'm the
it's-
kind of person that's like, God, show me.
It's just a guy.
Whatever.
And then go to videos, real quick.
I'm
Video.
desensitized
There he
to
is.
everything.
Look, this is really. This is just a simple, quick little video. It's nothing to do with.
This.
Hey, how come you didn't stop? I don't want it. You didn't want to stop? No? Okay, so what?
I want.
God, I love this
Hey,
video.
look at
Let me
his
see it
shirt.
one more
It's like-
time.
his shirt is like
Let me
just
see it one more time.
unbuttoned shirt.
I just. He
I
doesn't
don't
give
want
a
to
fuck.
stop.
Hey, how come you
I love
didn't
that
stop?
belt.
I don't want it. You didn't want to stop? No? Okay, so what?
Oh wow!
This looks like somebody of my uncles.
I don't want to stop.
Dude, I just love. Like, he doesn't give a fuck, dude.
I love that.
Just
That's
like
cool.
he doesn't like. I don't know if you've ever gotten a DUI. I haven't.
No.
Okay, but that. Look, man.
Explain that. Yeah.
I used to drink, right? And for that, I just respect that. The audacity, like, you got pulled over, he's drunk.
I think
Like,
that is hilarious. That is.
earlier, I seen a longer video where they actually, like, they get him because he's, like, drives off. There's, like, they swarm on him. There's four of them. This is
Oh,
after
really?
they have him on the ground.
After they already got him, he got up and got back in his car.
He got in the, yeah.
Took off, and then trace him down again. And then what they do then?
And then they get out, they get him out. And then they get him in the car. Oh, I forgot. There's like, different, I forgot when I saw this, but.
They didn't like kneel on his neck, did they? Like they do.
A little
black
bit.
People.
A little bit. Like, I don't know if there was a
little
knee,
bit?
but there was
See, I
four
can't stand
dudes
this
and one
racist
guy.
Culture. It's stupid.
Well, I was, you know.
I got harassed for being poor because I had a hole in my
By a
bumper.
cop?
But yeah, every time I had one
hole in
car,
your bumper?
I had a Buick for my brother, and it had a hole in the bumper, kind of ghetto. And I was like, so when I was driving along with that, every time I had that car, I would get pulled over for nothing, just because I have a hole in the bumper. What's this hole in the bumper? Didn't you get it fixed? And then they're like, harassing me for being like poor, and I wasn't even poor. I just didn't feel like getting it fixed. I'm like, I don't fucking feel like.
I have a crack in my window.
So
you
I
got a
mean,
crack.
and then they're like,
oh, you don't have a
they were
car.
like actually asking me where my hands were. Where are your hands? And now my other car, I have a Honda Fit. Even like treating me like I'm like, because if
Where
you're,
were your hands?
they were nowhere. They're just on my lap. He's like, we show your hands.
Oh,
They're like,
nah,
because
you don't want to have your hands on your lap. I see
I didn't
that.
know because
I see
but
that,
I'm
but
like,
you don't
now,
know.
But now, if I'm like in a car, it's not beat up. I don't even get pulled over at all. But if I do get pulled over, if I look like I'm like together, I look like a homeless lady. Sometimes I can look really homeless and shit. I can look really like rough, and that's when I get fucked with because they do. It's like it's class and it's race. It's everything you can get fucked with. By the way, I'm just letting you know. Even I can get fucked with if I look poor.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like this
but
culture's fucked up.
But the hands.
Yeah, the hands.
I'm gonna go on the
treating
cop
me
side
like I'm
on
a
that
criminal.
one.
'Cause-
I would.
yeah,
do
I
the
guess.
same.
I mean, I'm
The
just.
hands
sitting
will freak me out under the
I
cop.
was not speeding. It was not. They're pulling me over because they wanted to ask me if I had insurance because I had a hole in my bumper, testing for insurance.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not even legal to test it. I didn't do anything that for body work anyway. It's like you know what I mean. This is fucked up. I just think that it's like I just think that anybody can be harassed if they're perceived as something like less, like poor, or if your race is less. I think how they judge our country, how they think. I hate it. Everyone's like, to me, it's like I want everybody to be equal so much, but I don't know how we even begin. Like how would we begin to do that?
Overthrow the government.
Yeah, because the systems are wired for racism and divide. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. That's my political. My
This is the thing.
views are all fucked up because we're listening to the wrong shit, the wrong people. Why not listen to wise people, Giovanni? Why listen to dumb people tell us what to do?
This is where I used to. Patrice used to say that. I used to not. When I was younger, I was against cops. And when I was younger, I was against cop. And then what did Patrice say?
Cops are really defending the state, not the people. They don't care about the citizens. They're really defending. They're just really there to protect the state. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm on both sides. I'm
They
like.
can protect you sometimes, but only
I'm on the bootlicker side sometimes, and the other sides I'm on the anarcho-capitalist side. I'm both.
You don't know? You know
I'm
where you
both.
sit?
I'm sitting on both sides because the cop that pulled you over, the hands though, I'm gonna go on the cop side because you don't.
You don't know. I could have something, right? I could
You
do
could
some
have
crazy
some-
white bitch that's
And think about it.
on
It's,
drugs or something.
Yeah,
My
you know what I mean?
But messed up bumper. I didn't fix it because I have a heroin habit or something. Yeah, whatever. I get
oh
it.
yeah. And then it's like you deal with junkies. Like
Or
it's a
crackhead is
stressful
worse.
or crackheads.
No, worse.
Where
I
were
could
you
be
at?
one of those.
What neighborhood were you in?
I was in the Chicago somewhere. I don't remember. I think I was like right, like on the west side.
Oh,
like
the
right
west
when I was-
side's not a good area,
Right when I was rolling into Oak Park.
rolling
I was,
with the homies.
yeah, I was like rolling along the street, rolling in my little car. No, I was like doing something at Second City, performing. I used to train there as a training center.
You did improv.
No, I mean, yeah, I took classes, but I'm not good at improv. I'm not really good at improv at all. I don't
James,
know.
did you ever take improv?
Nope.
He's like, no, I'm proud. That shit. Nothing wrong with improv. It's just I don't like it. I like
Yeah.
coming up with I don't know. I don't know how to play off of others, and sometimes I don't know how to read what they want me to do. And I already go like, what am I supposed to say? I get too much pressure. But if I'm just like rolling,
Bam.
But if I'm improving on my
Office
own,
reference.
if I'm on stage and I'm just like improving on my own, coming up with ideas from what I'm seeing, that's easier for me than looking at someone else going, well, how am I going to feed off of this and play off this? Maybe if I did it more, I might get better at it, but I don't like it as much.
Are you gonna have a stand-up all improv show?
Yeah, for sure.
Have
But
you ever done improv?
so there's a place called West Bend, Indiana, or Illinois. West Bend, Wisconsin. By the way, dude, I
Yeah,
had that
it
one
is.
White
Which
Claw.
one
I'm
is
fucking lit. I can't handle my booze like I used to. That's my last one. Let me drink some water. There was a place called it's in West Bend, Wisconsin, and it was a former strip club that was turned into a youth, kind of a Christian. It was a no alcohol club, right? I forgot. You and drugs and alcohol. No, yes.
I just like alcohol. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like any kind of drugs. I can't even smoke pot or do marijuana, whatever you do. I can't even do that. Nothing. I just don't like how it takes over my brain too much. Alcohol is more of a just relaxes
Numbs it,
me and
like,
and the kind of like a pain, like a medication for me. Really, I think it's any drug you're taking is really a self medication.
What about alcohol and sex? Are you pro or against?
I mean, either way,
enjoy it or not?
sex is good all the time, with alcohol or without.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think? I mean, it depends. Like if you wake up in the morning.
I'm a dude. So I can have
mean-
too much and it's just nothing. I've blacked out during sex.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have a lot of sex. That's probably why I'm saying all these good things about it. Like, I had
When's
sex
the
like
last
a
time you had
year
sex?
ago, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
with my ex one time. And that was it. And that's it. One time in 3 years. And I haven't had a relationship in 3 years. But hey, you know what?
Are you a relationship sex person or can you
I don't know. I
hit and
mean,
quit it?
I haven't done anything like that in a long time. Usually I meet someone, we form a relationship, and then we have sex, like, right? But I used to do that. Like in my 20s, I'd go out and sleep with anyone, men, women. I'd just be playing. I wish I could be like that now, but I just don't feel like that. I don't know. I'm going to start going out. I joined this meetup group on Meetup Online.
Fat Life?
Lesbians.
No, lesbians.
Single lesbians meetup group, and I'm going to be meeting out with some lesbians next Friday.
How have you haven't met yet?
I haven't met them. But I've been talking. We had a Zoom meeting. I know. Well, it's
Oh,
like
really?
because a lot of gay people in the city are really left wing, and they're all pro mask and pro. I'm vaccinated and shit, but I'm not so like I don't give a. I'm just doing it to err on the side of caution. I'm not a fanatic about anything because I understand misinformation. I understand people getting fed information where they think the pandemic isn't real or it's less dangerous.
Birds aren't real,
I
right?
understand the other side, and I don't want to antagonize people for being misinformed. So I'm not really left like pro. I'm not gonna ever do a video like you fucking never, because I think it's just like I just choose to err on the side of caution. Get the vaccination to keep people safe. That's it. And then wear a mask, keep people safe. That's it. But anyway, what was I talking about? So that these lesbians are really really like that.
I don't even wear condoms. Continue.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I want to.
No, that's fine. I'm not
I just feel
joking.
like I just feel like wearing a mask is. I don't know. I don't really. I mean, I'm very healthy. It's not about me. I mean, I'm a very healthy person. I do. I don't really do much drinking or anything. But anyway, so I'm gonna meet these lesbians and we're gonna go to like a dance party. They're renting out this whole like half of a street.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm bound to
It's
meet.
gonna be
like,
outside or just
some
bars?
Hubbard Street. I can't think of the name of the bar. It's like I guess it's in and outside. I don't know. It's this some kind of sports bar, and then a little bit of the area next to it. It's like they're renting out all this dance space and shit. A bunch of lesbians dancing.
Are you a good dancer?
I don't know.
You're white,
I
so
don't know
maybe,
anymore. Probably.
Nah.
Some people say I am. Again, people say I'm things. You're a good dancer, Danette. You're a pussy eating goddess. I don't know what the fuck I am. I mean, I don't care. I'm being myself. And if it's good people think it's good or bad, who cares? I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do. Because I'm tired of giving a fuck. I never really gave a fuck, to be honest. Because I can't. Because everyone always made fun of me my whole life for everything. So now I just kind of well, then if they're gonna make fun of me anyway, just be myself. So
Yeah.
I'll probably be dancing dorkily, probably like Ellen, like just dancing around with all the lesbians. We'll see. I mean, I feel like I just want
But
to
you're
get
a
out
nice
there.
person, right? You're not. I heard Ellen's a monster behind.
She's
closed
really not a
doors,
nice
right?
person.
Yeah.
Correct. I mean, I could believe she's not a nice person.
No, I believe it.
After I saw her on Seinfeld, her comedians in car getting coffee.
Oh,
or
I was
whatever.
like, she was on Seinfeld.
She was on that.
Oh, comedian
on
cars
that
getting coffee.
interview. That she was on that. She was like being really crazy. She like hit his keys. It's like a weird joke, and I don't know. She just seems.
Did you see that one, James?
Yeah, pull it up.
No, don't pull that
Just
one
kidding. Don't pull it up.
up. Pull up a lane.
I'm not allowed to
dancing.
say to pull things up, am I? It's not.
You can pull whatever you want.
Pull it up.
I'll look up whatever.
Two
No,
girls
you
in a
don't have
cup.
to do that. No. Well, no, I'm just saying. No, I mean, I saw that. She seemed a little like, I don't know. I don't know. She just seems dark to me.
Yeah.
And I saw her.
Fucking cunt.
Yeah, I can believe. It's just weird that she wants everyone to think she's so kind.
Yeah.
You're not kind, so what? Be unkind.
Like the Mexican. So what?
Yeah, so what?
So what?
What? I made people dress up like I she like I guess she backstage she has people like wear like punishment hoods and stuff and puts them in the corner and they're
Wait,
like,
what?
you know, I guess that's some of the rumors about how her staff was treated when they went against her rules. Like she could have had some total psychopathic cult ass shit going on.
Oh, so
in-
the
behind
punishment hoods?
scenes.
Wait, she had punishment
I
hoods?
don't know if she did. I don't know if it's hoods or tape or some weird shit that she made people do when they wouldn't do when they messed up on the. I don't know. They weren't following her rules. Like authoritative. I could see her being authoritative. Is all I'm saying. I don't know her. I mean, I don't like Ellen. I don't think she's that funny. to
She's
be
not a
honest.
dictator. She's a dictator.
A dictator. She's only power of the dyke. I don't
See,
know. I
that,
just
dude,
don't-
that's an old school word right now. It's
Yeah.
it's
Well, I was called
algae-
a dyke a lot, and
But you're
I'm not a dyke.
Weren't you lipstick?
I'm not lipstick. I don't. What am I, Giovanni? You tell me. Everyone has to tell me what I am. You tell me what do I appear to be? Feminine? Yeah, more feminine, right? I'm not as masculine. I don't wear lipstick, but I don't like. I'm not. I don't know. I'm in between. I'd say. I mean, I feel like a woman. I feel. more-
Shania Twain.
I feel like a woman. And I don't know. I just like feminine women usually. I'm attracted to like the same. Not like maybe not so much lipstick because I don't know. They're too. Maybe effeminate for me.
To Alicia Silverstone, Clueless.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, someone more
As
like an
if-
average girl, like you're an average chick, like your average straight white chick, or
Physically.
Mexican chick, or black, whatever. I mean, straight chick.
Oh, you've dated Latinas?
Yes, my first. I
How
mean,
was
I don't know.
that?
It's Latina. She's Argentine.
Oh, okay, but not like Puerto Ricans or Mexicans. Right?
I had a lot of crushes on a lot of women that were like Hispanic, Mexican, maybe Puerto Rican in school, but they don't really want it. They weren't really
Hoop
interested
earrings,
in me.
red hair, Jordans.
For some reason, like I've been attracted to black women, but they never want. They're not interested. They're not interested in
Never?
me. I don't know why. I mean, I go. I mean,
You're
I
too nice.
click on the dating app and I say I like them. I message them. They never answer me back. So I don't know what.
What
that
do you
means.
What do you message them? You're too nice, right?
I don't know. Maybe I'm too nice for them. Maybe they want someone more sassy or something. I'm not gonna be something I'm not. So
'Cause
if you
there's-
don't like me, then
There's that bit Patrice O'Neill has. You know Patrice, right? He died of being fat and black. Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Basically, he talked about
Usually,
it.
it's the complications due to diabetes, kidney failure, shit like
And
that.
he joked about it. He's like, I have diabetes. I could lose
That
a foot. And
sucks.
because he joked about it because it's like when you have certain diseases, like this is the thing. If you're addicted to, I don't know, crack, right? Like you don't need to smoke crack. You need to eat. You know what I mean? So your addiction is something you
Right.
need. It's like being addicted to, I guess, to air or something. I forgot. He described it, but
Addictions are real. We all are addicted to something. I think most human beings have this propensity to be addicted to things. I don't know. We just want to comfort, because I just think we kind of want to numb out shit. Like our, collectively, all the shit that goes on with collectively, because, there's like controlling people and the people who are controlled. And a lot of people who are being controlled so much, like, it just sucks. So you just like want to numb out the fact that you feel powerless.
I feel like sometimes
That's what I feel. I mean, I go deep. I don't know. I'm just diving deep right now and everything.
Viceaholic
Du-
is the worst.
Muff diver diving deep.
You know what goobers is?
What?
This is one of my addictions. Goobers?
Goobers? Is that like a candy?
No. Have you had goopers or goobers? James, can you pull up Smucker's Goopers? I think
What
it's
is
Goopers
that?
or Goobers. Grape. Look up Smucker's Grape.
Goober?
Grape
Is
goobers.
this something sexual?
I mean, you could be. There it is.
What is? Oh, it's like a.
Has anybody ever had this before? That's
It's
grape.
like peanut butter and jelly mixed in one jar.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You
Yes.
just scooped it out with a spoon.
How'd you know?
No bread.
No
You're
bread.
on a low carb.
James,
Except
have
for
you
the
ever
sugar.
had this before?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. You've never had
Yeah.
goopers?
No, it looks gross. Looks like cheap peanut butter.
Yeah, dude.
Peanut butter?
I make my sandwich
Cheap.
like
I don't
made
even
it.
eat it as a sandwich. This is the thing. All right. I can't. So my mom would buy this, and I would tell her, please don't buy this for the house. This would last about a day and a half. Because what I do is I get a spoon, and I start scooping. So there's one at the house right now. It'll be gone
Oh,
by
wow.
tomorrow. But I limit myself. It's like I can't have it
So that's
more.
your addiction. You gotta have
I mean, it
that.
used to be booze, like, hookers. I used to do cocaine allegedly.
I heard
Fuck
that.
hookers, things like that. Like when but now it's
You
like
had that one story on Eric's podcast. The first one you ever told was about how you went to, is it Florida?
Miami,
And you
Florida.
had those, you spent all your money, your bank account
2
was
Cuban
drained.
strippers.
And, I mean, God.
Yeah. 2 Cubans, yeah, 2
Two
Cuban
Cuban strippers.
2 Cuban strippers. One of them I called Pocahontas. She was skinny and looked like a Native American. The other one, the other one still follows. We still follow each other on Instagram.
Oh.
Kind of blonde Cuban, big boobs. But she hustled me, the skinny one,
did she?
or the other one. She's like, hey,
Just to get you buy more Coke?
no, she
For
was
her, or
like,
what was she hustling?
we all allegedly got Coke at one point. Well,
So
they got it from me at
everyone
the
was
club.
contributing, buying.
Yeah, everybody. No, well, I was paying for everything. They got this. How I was like, hey, can you get something for me? And she got me some. But then I was like, oh, look, I have a gift. I brought another girl, and she kind of presented it as a positive thing. But it's like, it's just more money I have to
Yeah.
spend. I didn't want
Bought another girl, so you had to spend more money, right?
Yeah,
And
so
you
I
already had-
I didn't want. Do you ever have a threesome?
Yes.
Girls? A
2
guy?
girls. Never had a guy in there.
Oh, okay.
2
How did-
girls.
Was it good?
No.
No.
I mean, for me and the one girl,
Yeah.
but not for the other girls just watching us.
Oh, okay.
She didn't really get involved. She
She
didn't
didn't
know
know
what
what
to
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, she was just like, and so it was
How
just
did
me
it
and this-
start? Like
Well,
before it
it was
even
a planned
started.
thing. These girls, because
Oh, it's
I worked
planned.
at Steak and Shake in Evanston in my 20s, and there was this hot manager, Jamie, and then there was this other girl. I can't remember her name because she was the one I wasn't sleeping.
I hate Steak and
wasn't
Shake.
doing anything
Uh-huh.
with. And you do okay,
Because
we'll
of
go
a hooker, I'll tell you
because of
after.
a hooker. Okay, so then here we are. So then this girl, I had a hot for her. She goes. I told her I want to come over. She's like, bring lots of alcohol. We're gonna have some fun. I go, okay. So I bought vodka. We stuck it in the freezer.
What kind of vodka? Do you
I don't
remember?
remember. It was some
Oh.
probably something nice because it was like
It wasn't rail, right? Okay.
It was probably like, I don't know, it was good back then. This is
Okay.
like a long time ago. Absolute or something. Who
Okay.
knows? Anyway, so I got the vodka. She stuck it in the freezer. This girl's swigging right out of the bottle. We're all drinking out of the bottle. Then this one girl had a really hairy bush, so we shaved her in the kitchen floor. We're
Stage
chasing it-
5.
Yeah, really, like, she hasn't shaved in probably, it was at stage 5. It was like,
Yeah, I saw a book one time and they had
couldn't even
different
get in
stages. It was like
to
stage
her.
5, yeah.
because she was straight. So she thought, my boyfriend doesn't eat my pussy, so I don't care.
Oh, she
But
was
what-
straight. When was this? It was
This is a
early
long time ago. I'm talking
90s?
God, gonna go like, I'm 46. I was probably 20 years ago.
Mhm.
So anyway, so long story short, I just ended up, or the song was playing.
Do
The
you remember
song
the song?
Complicated.
Oh.
That one, I can't think of it. And I'm on the ground, like, just eating this girl out for like, I'm just eating her out.
On the
So I'm-
ground?
Yeah, eating her out.
So there's
making
not
her
a
come-
bed.
I got her ground. She was grabbing onto a table leg,
Mm-hmm.
screaming and grabbing I was just eating her out, eating her out, eating her out. And I hold her for a while and go back to eat her out. I just ate this girl out probably like 7 times.
Where's
And
the other girl?
the other girl was just sitting on the couch masturbating and watching.
Okay.
That's all it was. And I was like, okay. And I was drunk and I didn't want her to, because these both were straight girls, and I didn't feel like.
Oh, they
I
were
want-
both straight?
Yeah, and I just didn't want them to make the girls do anything to me because I know they probably don't want to eat my pussy. And if someone
You
doesn't
don't
want,
like.
nothing's worse than someone who doesn't want to go down on you going down on you. It's like, don't even try. Unless if they wanted to do it, it'd be different. If they go, I can't. All I want to do, I want to eat your pussy. I just want you to come. That'd be different if they looked like they wanted it, But they didn't. All they wanted was just for me to eat them out. One girl didn't want me to eat her out because she was just like, I just want to watch. I'm like, okay. So I just ate a lot of pussy. That's all it was. So maybe I could have had a better one or something, but I don't know. That's not a pretty lame threesome story.
I had one. I mean, I had some bad threesomes. I had the 2 dudes and the girl. Where the girl,
yeah?
you know what I mean? I had a few
Sandwich.
of those. Yeah, it was a sandwich, but I was like the
Were you in
pick.
the front or back?
I was a pick on the side. I was like
you even in the sandwich.
because my friend was younger, didn't know
It's
what
an
he was
open
doing.
face. You're on the side.
Yeah, and I'm like, my friend's over there, just like kind of missionary, but like interface, like almost like making love to her. And I was like, hey, there's no room for me.
Yeah, if he's making love.
Like, what are you doing? This is like not how threesomes work. I had one good threesome, right?
Yeah, that
Two
was
girls.
2 girls.
Yeah, and I
feel like
kinda-
it'd be a guy's thing. We want to have 2 girls.
And it was like, I feel like I don't want to have another one because it's like, I feel like, all right, Remember, I don't know if you watched Seinfeld, but it was George
A little
Costanza. Yeah, it was like that was it. I felt like that was I can't do better. I feel like I have another threesome. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just being
Well, you
negative.
have the one you think that you think you had the one the ultimate one. Now
And I was like,
okay,
it was the
in
first one.
comparison.
It was good. Everything worked out, and I was like,
Yeah, I think it's with everything. Like you take a lot of chances, taking a risk.
Yeah.
Threesomes are. I mean, it wasn't a. I mean, I don't know if I'd have a threesome again. That was the only one I've ever had. I think there might have been one I tried to do with other girls. I don't remember. There was like a guy. We were gonna do it with this guy, but it ended up or just her and I. He didn't show up, so it was just me and this one, same girl that did the other one. She wanted
Steak and
to do it with
Shake?
the guy, yeah.
Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie, which I liked her. She was a lot of fun. She used to drive like a yellow. We used to jam to like
Subaru?
Bon Jovi and her yellow neon.
Oh wait, she was
Neon.
the Dodge Neon.
Yeah, the Dodge
Oh,
Neon.
God.
It was fun.
I
That's
hate-
how old I am, I guess. I'm 10 years older than you about. So
The reason I don't like Steak and Shake is I was at a
Why?
party. I was at a party at my friend's house, Polish, right? Slavic, like in Lithuanian Polish.
yeah.
You guys are in the same area. So then I disappeared. This is with Uber, right? I started drinking, and I went on a website called Backpage at the time. I don't know if you've heard of it before, but it was a website that you never heard of Backpage?
No.
James, you heard of Backpage, right? Yep. Just never used it. But
What is Backpage?
Backpage was a Craigslist for hookers.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I heard it once. I was listening to Joe Rogan, and some lady was doing a documentary, and then I was like, "What is this Backpage?" And then I went to the website. I was like, "Oh my!" And I clicked Waukegan search, and I was like,
Yeah.
and it was hookers everywhere, and I had no idea. It opened this like whole world I didn't know about. Like down the street, everywhere you go, there's hookers, and I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Until like
Well, how would you? I wouldn't know that either.
yeah, I didn't know, and I just kind of listened to her, and I went to Backpage. I typed in my zip code, and then it was like all around me, all the hotels, every hotel around me had
Is that the
hookers
black
in
web or something? Is that what you? Not quite.
it.
The dark web.
The
I'm sorry, I
black-
don't know. Black, dark, I don't know.
The-
Dark web. I'm sorry.
No, the dark web was its own thing, right? Like
So that's not the dark web. It's just like a regular internet. You can just click on and see all the.
the
hookers
FBI
on-
took it down. It's not around anymore.
Oh,
but
FBI took that. Okay, so it was
It
like
wa-
a
it was on the white
illegal
web.
site.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the white web. So then
World Wide Web. I'm sorry, the dark. I didn't know.
But anyways, it was on the Caucasian web. No, it was on the internet, right? That Al Gore created. So where I'm on there, I find the hooker, right? Actually, this hooker already had her. No, I'm lying. This hooker already had her phone number because I had sex with this hooker maybe a week or two earlier at a Red Roof Inn in North Chicago, which is a city right next to Waukegan. But she was like, "I'll give you a discount next time because what happened?" I don't know if you ever heard this joke. I had a joke about
I might
having
have.
sex and then coming really quick with a hooker.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, so this was an old joke, and it was based on this. I was with this hooker, and then when I was putting the condom, or she was putting on, I came right away in the condom, and then when you come with these hookers, these aren't like high-priced call girls. It's over once you come. So I was like, unless you pay again. So I was like, it's fucking done.
Oh, is that right?
So she was like, she felt bad because it was so quick. She's like, I'll give you, here's my number. Next time I'll give you a discount. Like it was like 50% off or something like that. And I was like, I kept her number. So now I'm drinking at the Polish guy's party. We're all cool. We're our friends. But then this is where the Lobo nickname, my nickname would come in. Like now I'm a different person. I'm drinking. And now my mindset is like, I want to fuck somebody. So I probably message regular girls. Nobody responds. Now I move on to the hookers. Or maybe at the time I went straight to the hooker. I don't remember. I message her. And she's at a hotel by a Steak and Shake. So then I take an Uber. I disappear. My friend's like, what happened to Giovanni? I take an Uber to the hotel in Gurnee by the Steak and Shake, have sex with her. And then afterwards, I walk over to the Steak and Shake to go eat. I was like, it's late. I was drunk. I want to have some food. And then I order my meal and I order a shake, but they were out of shakes. And then I was pretty pissed off because, I mean, it's Steak and Shake. So I feel like it's going like a Mexican restaurant and not having tacos or going to fucking Starbucks and not having coffee. Like it's Steak and Shake. Like this isn't McDonald's. I get it.
Yeah.
You don't have shakes half the fucking time because your machine's turning off to self-clean.
But if your name has shake in it, you better have shake. I get it.
Yeah, you better have fucking shakes. And then I was pissed. So then I remember the next day I called customer service. I was supposed to get a gift card, never did. So now I think the one by my
So you
job
hate steak
went
and
out of
shake because
business.
of that. Okay.
So I would hate Steak and Shake because of that. They didn't have shakes, and I had sex with her. Then I took another Uber home.
It ruined your experience.
Yeah.
Because that would have been like if you had this hooker and this shake, then it would have been like, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't want to
Because
shake.
having an orgasm isn't enough. You got to follow it up with.
But I had
shake.
a drunk male orgasm where like
I guess that's I don't know.
a
what
drunk male orgasm
would
is
be.
you kind of come. Like, it's cool. Like, when I watch my girlfriend have orgasm, it's so cool to watch because, like, oh, it looks like she's enjoying herself versus me. Sometimes I have good ones, but usually it's like.
We can have bad orgasms too, women.
How are those?
Just short, and you can't feel it that much.
Oh.
It's like.
Is there a
that's it.
reason it happens?
Well, it could be because
it's mental, right? Because she goes,
yeah,
she's thinking about stuff.
Yeah. Or just sucks. You know, you can't. It's like anything else. You don't know what you're gonna get. Orgasms take.
They're like
you
a
know,
box of
yeah,
chocolates.
a box of chocolates, which was gonna be the good one, which is gonna be the like anything else. Orgasms are the same. Good threesomes, bad threesomes, good orgasms. I hate to say bad orgasm because that really is like an oxymoron, isn't it?
No, I mean,
I guess James,
like, you've had bad orgasms,
you
right?
had a bad
Where it's-
orgasm.
A
Like,
dude, dude ones aren't that impressive. Like, you kind of sometimes you just kind
it's
of come.
disappointing.
Yeah, it's just like something like I remember I had one. It was another Miami story. I came back from Miami. It was before those strippers, but I had one of those weeks where I just did too many drugs, probably fucked too many strippers, and I was just like, I just felt morally, I don't know, like I had a moral hangover. And I remember, and I had, it was too much coming and drugs. I don't know. It was It was just
too much coming.
It was
a terrible problem. To
but
have.
with drugs and alcohol, it was just like, and I was in the bathroom. And then I remember I masturbated and I came, but it was just so weak. Where when I was like, this was pathetic. I was like, you know what? I'm taking a break. I was like, I'm not.
Like nothing came out.
No, so after that I was like, I'm not masturbating. I'm not doing nothing for like at least a week. I just felt like.
So you took a little break. Maybe you had too many of them.
And then the drugs, probably all
And the drugs probably didn't help or something.
Yeah, so I just felt shitty about myself.
Because when you have really good ones, then I guess you can have really bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that makes sense with anything.
Have you ever had an orgasm with a guy?
Yeah.
Where he did all the work, or
yeah, usually. Well, yeah. I mean, let's see. I mean, all kinds of orgasms with men when they're because I like penetration.
Oh, okay.
So I can, I'm a lesbian that likes penetration. Well, women. I mean, some women like penetration, some don't. Some straight women don't even like it that much.
No.
They rather just give oral sex, right? Some women just don't prefer it. Could be painful for some women because their uterus is sitting. Could be like a tipped uterus.
What's a uterus?
Where their baby came from.
Can you pull up uterus? I was at the hospital and there was like cervix talks. I don't even know what a cervix was.
So funny you say uterus. You want to know what a uterus was? My mom told me what a uterus was because when I was a little kid, I asked her where
It's
I
the thing
come
that
from.
looks like
She was
the
like,
cow,
came
right?
from my uterus.
Click on that thing. I want to see all these
She
things.
showed me encyclopedia and she pulled it out and she's like, exactly.
That's
Like,
the
here's where you're from.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
cervix. So that's
the cervix is the tip of the uterus.
Fuck's a labium?
You don't know what labia? You eat pussy and you don't
Yeah,
know what labia is?
I don't know the names to it. It's like I play guitar, but I don't know. I'm learning the notes. I don't know the notes.
So you
yet.
should study this then. You should learn
What's an
the female
OS?
anatomy like you're learning the notes for the guitar.
The operating system.
Scroll up a little bit. I
I
want to
don't know.
see.
Some of these are like real technical now.
I know fallopian too. Oh, so that's the uterus. Oh, that's where the
That's
baby.
where your baby was in your girlfriend.
Oh, so that's the cervix is. So that's they had to check her cervix, and like the last few times it was super painful.
Well, some women have intercourse can be painful, right? Or they're smaller, like really small, petite women too. They don't have a lot of space there.
Filipinos, right?
I mean, for me, I like
they're tiny people.
It doesn't hurt me, so it just actually feels. But yeah, usually some guys that know what they're doing, I guess the Latino.
Is there
man,
too big?
Like, is a Colombian man? Is he from Colombia? Would that be Latino?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like the best lay I ever had, and for a man.
Big.
No, he's very small, but he's just very good.
What
you do with it,
what
it's true.
distinguished him from?
Just the way he was very. I guess because he really was into me. Like when someone really likes you and they're into you, they
makes it
treat
better.
you like you're they're not just fucking someone. They all fuck to get off. He like really liked me, treated me really well. First thing he did was went down on me right away, gave me like 3
What a gentleman.
orgasms. 3 orgasms before he even started. And the whole night he kept wanting to do it over. He really liked me so much he kept wanting to fuck me over and over and over again. And I just never had anyone want me that much.
What was his name? Do you remember?
Louis.
Louis or Luis?
Luis. It's Luis, actually.
All right, so if you didn't know Luis.
And he was uncircumcised, which I've never seen before. So
I'm uncircumcised.
yeah, I looked at him like, that's interesting.
You don't have to tell me, your son circumcised?
They both are.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess it's what we do. Right?
Because white people?
What people do. I don't know. I just
And
thought
Jews.
that's what I couldn't, if I didn't do it, like I want to be one of those people that goes, oh, let him decide for himself because it's painful later on. in
Decide
life.
for yourself?
Like they say, oh, let him
What do you-
when he's older, he can make the decision whether or not he wants
I don't
to get
think-
circumcised.
has
Some people
anybody
do
ever
that.
made
Some
that
people
decision?
do that. And then they have to sit there and like, why don't you just do it? I have like this, because in America, most people are circumcised, I would assume. I mean, all the men I've been with were circumcised, except for this one guy from Colombia.
Luis.
Well,
The best.
he's a good lover. You know, I don't know. I just thought that was like in my 20s, and, you know, and when I was open to everything, and, you know, I liked him.
Are you friends with Luis on Facebook?
No.
I
met him in the Army. He's actually a superior officer.
Oh, you were in the
So
Army?
I wasn't supposed to. Yeah, you know that.
No, I didn't know that.
I don't talk about that on stage
I had no idea.
because it was so insignificant and not relevant to me.
Just for a little bit?
Just
or?
for 2 years. I actually got chaptered out for being gay.
Oh, this was Don't Ask, Don't Tell?
Yeah, during Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And I told people, I thought, oh, no one cares if I say it. And 'cause most people didn't care. And then a couple of people started caring, and then they kind of pretty much escorted me out of the Army really nicely with a honorable discharge.
Oh.
Like, you need to go because then what I was doing, Giovanni, was I was writing on, like, there was like this bar, and I was with my girlfriend. I was always drunk. I was making out with my girlfriend. And then on a dollar bill, I put my private Danette Mark on my whole name, my whole like fucking military title. Loves, you know, Valerie
Pussy.
Morton and pussy. And I put it up in the office, and then you put your dollar bills up with the sign, and they had that as evidence that she's in love with this woman. And I had her, she snuck into my barracks room. They were searching everything. My roommate was in a different platoon, so they couldn't search her stuff. So we stuck her in the closet because they were trying to get me kicked out for a dishonorable discharge by catching me in the act. But since I was getting harassed so much, I just said, this helped me get out of here then. Because I was like, I didn't give a fuck. I never care. I'm like, you know, can you tell I'm that kind of person?
Yeah.
About authority?
Dumbass.
Most comedians don't like authority. Don't tell me how to live my life. I'm fucking serving this fucking country. Are you kidding me? So I just didn't think, I didn't want to get out of the Army. I was starting to enjoy it. But then, like, I guess I don't like being told what to do, and I never listened to them and anyone anyway. I was a bad soldier. That's why they escorted me out. Because they tell me you have to do something. I go, I'm not doing that.
That's how it works in the
I'm
military.
not doing. And when you're a woman, though, it kind of pays off because when you're a woman, they aren't going to beat the shit out of you. If you're a woman going, I'm not doing this, like I kept saying, I'm not doing this, and they're like, you're in the Army, you need to do this. I'm like, no, I'm not. And I would just refuse to do all the different missions, platoon, everything you want me to do. I refuse to get up in the morning. I was just a bad soldier.
You're like Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Do you have any any last words or any plugs? We're out of time.
I don't have. I'm not doing much these days. But just these podcasting with you and my own podcast. Eric Pinnell and I are going to be doing a Dirty 30 show together. We're going to produce our own shows and go around to bars and tell dirty jokes or whatever. I swear. That's why I say I'm not really that dirty anymore. I'm dirty, but I'm not dirty. But I like to do a lot of I like to swear a lot. People think that's considered dirty. So I warn people. We warn, like, we're going to swear.
Trigger warning. We're
going to say fuck and pussy and whatever we want to say.
James, do you have any plugs? I'm so drunk.
Stand Up is back, baby, every Thursday night at Zany's Comedy Club in Chicago, 1548 North Wells Street at 9 o'clock. Our 10-year anniversary.
Stand Up?
Yeah, maybe on April 21st. If it's not, it's going to be on April 28th. We're going to have the best lineup in town for years to come. So please go to standupstandup.net to get tickets. Again, Stand Up at Zany's every single Thursday night, forever, 9 p.m., 1548 North Milwaukee, or North Wells. Go to standupstandup.net for tickets.
Okay, follow Lobo Den Podcast on Instagram. There's a TikTok. I don't know if anybody else has a TikTok here. The Chinese government controls it.
Get a TikTok.
There's a lot of dancing. So Lobo Den Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, follow the Patreon. Go to the Patreon, support the podcast, and also support our sponsor. Go to Lord. I'm wearing the hoodie right now. LordVegas.com. I'm wasted. Go to LordVegas.com. Use the Lobo Den. Use the promo code LOBODEN, LOBODEN, to save 25% off. There's a guy. What's a guy? Who was a guy who went to Harvard and they tested all his LSD on him and became the Unabomber? Do you remember his name?
Ted Kaczynski?
Ted Kaczynski, right? So Ted Kaczynski took a bunch of LSD, or was given a bunch of LSD by that one project by the CIA. I forgot what the name of the project was. Do you guys remember? Something.
MK Ultra?
MK Ultra, right? MK Ultra. So then he started mailing bombs to people in technology because he thought it was going to be the Skynet type of thing, right? Right? Do you guys remember Skynet?
It's from the movie.
From the movie Terminator, right?
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Terminator.
Okay, there we go.
So Skynet and the robot artificial intelligence revolution is going to happen. We're all going to die soon. But if you're going to die, don't you want to look good with some of this gear from LordVegas.com? Look at this. Look at that fanny pack, right? You could put a little knife here. You're going to pull it out, try to stab the robot. It's going to do nothing, and he's going to kill you in front of your children and use them as slaves. But you can save 25% off if you use Lobo Den as the promo code. All right, don't go Ted. Look at this. I'm wearing a hoodie right now. I'm gonna be looking so good. I don't look like the Unabomber. Wait a second.
No, not at all.
Did anybody have any glasses?
No.
If I had glasses, I would not look like the Unabomber. But for the next few years, I'm gonna enjoy myself and the time with my son before the robots come over and sodomize all of us. All right, Lobo Den. And then let me do it. You're welcome. And then let me do an intro.
Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den.